that guy?
Hear him grunting.
Yeah.
Can you see good?
All right, there we go. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the St. Augustine Alligator Farm and to our alligator feeding demonstration. My name is Noah. I'm joined up here with Haley. And we'll start feeding out these animals here in just a minute. Just quickly go over a couple of safety rules we have here in place at the Alligator Farm. So if you have anything in your hands, please hold on to that object very, very well, very tightly. We have about 250 very hungry American alligators in here and 2 American crocodiles as well. And if something falls in here, you're probably not getting it back. It is feeding time and they are very hungry right now. Anything that goes in, they're going to carry around with them for a little while and probably start to consume. So please do not leave anything unattended on any of our wooden posts if we can get down like some of the cups and stuff there. It just helps us make sure that nothing's going to fall in accidentally. Now, like I said, this is just an alligator feeding demonstration. Not all 250-ish American alligators are going to get a bite to eat, and that's perfectly fine. So you might see some on the sidelines just kind of waiting, thinking if they want to participate or not. That's perfectly fine if your favorite alligator doesn't want to come on over and get a bite to eat. We had a 12 o'clock feeding demonstration, and we do feeding demonstrations every single day here with them. So it's kind of up to them if they want to fight it out a little bit and get some of the pellets and whatnot that we feed them. So don't feel too sad or upset. Like I said, if some of them just kind of stay on the sidelines. Now we do have a couple different food items that we're going to feed out today. The first is what we give a majority of the time to our crocodilians here and all of our alligators at the Alligator Farm. Those are called croc pellets. So it's a specialized dry diet formula that meets all the nutritional requirements of alligators under professional animal care here at the Alligator Farm. You'll see that it floats on the surface of the water. It kind of allows us to keep track of how much one is eating or not eating, and also it's easier for the alligators to see when it's floating on the surface of the water like that. It's produced by an exotic feed manufacturer called Missouri, who actually encompasses Purina, the same company that makes food for your dogs and cats. So it's kind of like dog pellets, but a little bit more fish-based, and as you can tell, our alligators really enjoy it here a lot. And it allows them to live long, happy, healthy, and fulfilling lives here at the Alligator Farm. Like I said, we do have 2 American crocodiles. One of them just popped up over here. So if you see 2 that don't look like the rest, it's kind of like a Where's Waldo game. Those are American crocodiles. All right, but I know y'all didn't come here to see us feed out a whole bunch of pellets. Y'all want to see some of the good, juicy stuff as well. So that's why my second food item is called a whole food item. And today, let's see here. Those are going to be some nice, juicy rats. So whole food items, they can be rats, rabbits, chickens, quail, guinea pig, anything these alligators can sink their teeth into. Now there's a couple of advantages to feeding out a whole food item. First of all, it's a little more enriching for our alligators to bite down into a rat than it is one of our pellets, but also all the nutritional benefits. So the fur, the bones, the guts, all that yummy stuff, these alligators really enjoy as well. So we're gonna see if we can't get a taker here, possibly right off the bat. I don't know where our croc went. We'll go over here and see if anybody's interested here. I'll give you a little history of our park here as well while I try to entice one of these alligators. Hey there. We're actually over 120 years old. There we go. That was a good jump. We were founded in 1893, and our original location is actually across the street where the state park is. In the 1920s, though, we had a whole bunch of natural disasters, hurricanes, floods, fires, that type of thing. So we decided to set up shop at our current location. And in 1937, we were purchased by the Drysdale family. And we went from having a whole bunch of American alligators that you see before you to now, today, having all 24 species of crocodilian out there in the world. That's something we're very proud of. We're possibly the only institution in the entire world that can make that claim, to have all 24 species on exhibit here. There we go. We're also very proud of the fact that we successfully breed many of our crocodilians here, including endangered species. So if you haven't had a chance yet, go through our land of crocodiles. We have our African slender snouts, as well as our Siamese crocodiles, both endangered species, on exhibit with their babies. Come on. We have our American crocodile. He was thinking of looking over here. Maybe not, though. We'll have to go over here. So alligators, they're actually generalist carnivores, which means that they don't care what kind of meat they're getting. Meat is meat, protein is protein. There we go. In the wild, they're going to be swinging their heads at anything that really flies, swims, or walks on by their heads there. And they're highly opportunistic animals in that respect. Alligators, they they'll start off eating usually a whole bunch of insects and snails as babies. They'll actually eat snails their entire lives, but eventually they do want to graduate on to the larger prey items, so the small mammals, birds, lizards, turtles, fish, that type of thing. And then eventually one of our American alligators, our adults, can take down an adult deer. Now, you'll see they don't really chew or grind up their food. Let's give a good jump here. Oh, no, you already have a rat in your mouth. You gotta eat that first one. You gotta steal it out. Going for seconds already. But like I said, they don't chew or grind up their food. They actually swallow their prey whole. Here, guys. So what happens when they grab onto, there we go, a deer? Well, they usually have to kill it, maybe drowning it, breaking its neck, and then they do what TV has dubbed the death roll. It's not actually how they kill their prey, it's how they dismember it. It's kind of their version of a fork and knife. So they grab onto maybe the side of a carcass, maybe onto a limb, and they spin around really quickly. And that's the death roll, and tears off a manageable sized piece of meat for them to consume. Now, alligators, they do have about 70 to 80 conical shaped teeth in their mouths, and they actually can go through about 2,000 to 3,000 teeth in a lifetime. And they replace them similar to the way we replace our baby teeth.
Oh!
Hi guys. That was a pretty good one.
Oh!
Usually we don't find hundreds of teeth every morning though, and that's because they usually lose their teeth while they're eating, so boom, just like that, they usually just kind of swallow the teeth that fall out or break off. Now, alligators do have one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom. People, we bite down with about, 100, 150 pounds per square inch, or PSI. Hyenas, lions, tigers, about 1,000. And alligators is just shy of 3,000 pounds of pressure. So they have quite an astonishing bite force on them. All right, looks like I got one more rat over here. I'll feed out. Now, alligators, they can jump about 2/3 of their body length up out of the water. So if you think about that, that's their head, their forelimbs, their torso, all the way back to their hind limbs. Usually we don't see that here, and that's because the water isn't really deep enough for them to get their tail going back and forth. But in the wild, they can get about 2/3 of their body length up. But sometimes we get some impressive jumps here. You see, maybe for our last rat, we'll get somebody who really wants it. Come on, guys. We're thinking about it. Now, alligators, they actually don't eat as much food as you consume.
That's a rat.
An adult American alligator will only eat about 80 to 90 pounds of food a year. You might think that's a lot of food, but that's the equivalent of us only eating about one sandwich a week. And you might think, what gives? These such large animals, they need to eat more food than that, right? But that's not actually the case. They have very slow metabolism. They just don't eat as much energy in the form of food that you would think. There we go. All right, I'll give it to you. Just kind of climbing up the side there, not really jumping. All right, I'll feed out the rest of the pellets. We like to broadcast the pellets a little bit, make sure everybody that's on the perimeter and outside can get some pellets to eat. You can tell they really like it a lot. After the show, I'll answer any additional questions over by our theater. That's where you all can meet me. Again, my name is Noah. This is Haley right here. We're going to have a 4 o'clock reptile Realm of the Alligator show in the lagoon as well. You all should check out. Thank you all very much, though, and y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you, guys.